We talk a lot about the growing trend of obesity among children here on NBC 15 News, and you see it in stories throughout the nation. It is a complicated problem, but our life coach and weight loss expert, Pat Barone of Catalyst Coaching, says this is not an impossible challenge to tackle. How are you? First of all, thanks for joining us today. Weight loss is obviously a passion of yours. What are you hearing from parents? And are parents part of the challenge here? Are we admitting? You say we don't admit.
That's true, and there was a new report that came out this week that said a lot of parents don't think their children are overweight. Something like 84% of parents don't think that their children are overweight, when up to half of kids are. So that's a challenge. There's either some denial going on or maybe some reinforcement. You know, sometimes when a parent is overweight, then they want to reinforce that their kids are okay in spite of it. So they tend to reinforce that the weight is all right.
And is that where, I mean, we've talked about it a lot with UW Health and Pediatric Fitness, where a lot of the challenge comes in. This is not just about a child's lifestyle and choices. This is a whole family.
It is, and
issue.
it's definitely something the parents have to look for a new attitude with. So the tips that I brought today are really geared toward parents sort of shifting their attitude and shifting just a few behaviors that can make a big difference.
All right, let's get into some of that advice. First, you have ban or limit sodas and HFCS.
Right. High fructose corn syrup is the sweetener that's in sodas. And it's been on the market for about 40 years. In that 40 years, all of the obesity rates for everyone across the board, not just children, have doubled.
But it's a topic that we're paying a lot more attention to. So are we going to see that shift?
I think we are, because, Princeton University just came out with a study that indicated that actually a calorie is not a calorie, which is what we've always believed. If you take 100 calories or a set amount of calories of high fructose corn syrup and you take it of regular sugar, the weight gain is more with the high fructose corn syrup.
Really?
So that's shifting the way that we look at this. Now, high fructose corn syrup is in a lot of things for children. It's in soda, juices. It's in soda, crackers, cookies, cereals. It's everywhere. So if you can start to eliminate that, it's a smaller change, but that can make a big difference.
Really pay attention to that.
Yes.
Unhook food or snacks from every event. Talk about what you mean by that.
Today we have snacks built into every single event that kids do. They can't go to a 90-minute soccer practice without a snack. They can't go to music, lessons without a snack. It's so interesting that we've become a snacking culture. So we can shift that.
Reinforce meal times. Talk first, eat later. What do you mean by that?
Reinforcing meal times is the flip side to the snacking. You can always wait for dinner. You can always wait for your next meal. And we need to teach kids that. Talking first means that even when they come home from school, they might be hungry, but talk first. Find out what's going on with their day. Have them give the cue that they're actually hungry, rather than just automatically. Giving them snack foods.
Very good. And your last point, and we're out of time, build exercise into every day. That's a given.
It is a given, and it's like brushing your teeth, and it's just as important. There's no argument about it. It has to happen.
Take the dog for a walk, take the family for a walk, go play ball. All right, Pat Barone, great reminders. Thanks so much for us and for parents and kids out there that are watching this morning. We have more information at NBC15.com. In the meantime, we'll be back in just a minute with more of the day's headlines.